The United Kingdom is a great place to travel if you want to see a lot of history, culture, and natural beauty. England, Wales, Scotland, and Northern Ireland are the four countries in the UK. Every country has its own unique appeal, from the busy city of London to the gorgeous cliffs of Cornwall. The UK has something for everyone. Here are some of the UK's most beautiful cities. Number 10. Winchester. Winchester is located in the south of England. There are a lot of historical sites and attractions in the city, which makes it a popular place for tourists to visit. The Winchester Cathedral is one of the most famous buildings in the city. It was built in the 11th century. The cathedral is one of the biggest in Europe and has been named a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Winchester Castle, built in 1067, is another popular place to visit in the city. Over the centuries, the castle has been a royal home, a prison, and an armory. Today, people can walk around the castle grounds and learn about its exciting history. Number 9. Cardiff. Cardiff, the capital of Wales, is one of the most beautiful cities in the UK. The city is on the river Taff, and its beautiful scenery makes it a popular place for tourists. There are a lot of historical and cultural sites in Cardiff, such as Cardiff Castle, St. David's Cathedral, and the National Museum of Wales. There are also a lot of bars and clubs to choose from in the city at night. Cardiff is a great place to visit whether you want to learn about its long history or have a fun night out. Number 8. Bristol. Bristol, an English port city in the southwest, is one of the most beautiful places in the UK. The city's architecture has a long history from the Middle Ages. Bristol has several old churches, such as St. Mary Redcliffe, and a lot of beautiful Georgian buildings. Many museums and art galleries give the city a lively cultural scene. Bristol is also known for its parks and green spaces. In fact, more than half of the city is a green belt or countryside. Number 7. Cambridge. Cambridge is known for its beauty and history. It is one of the most visited places in the United Kingdom. The University of Cambridge, one of the world's oldest and most prestigious universities, is in the city. Since it opened in 1209, the university has had many well-known graduates, such as Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, and Stephen Hawking. Cambridge also has some of the most stunning buildings in the UK. King's College Chapel, which is in the Gothic style, is a must-see for anyone who comes to the city. The chapel was built in the 1500s and has beautiful stained glass windows and stone carvings. The Fitzwilliam Museum, designed by Sir Norman Foster in 1975, shows a more modern approach to architecture. Number 6. Edinburgh. Edinburgh, the capital of Scotland, is one of the UK's most beautiful cities. With its old buildings, busy nightlife, and beautiful scenery, it's not surprising that Edinburgh is a popular tourist destination. Some of the most famous places in the UK are in the city, like Edinburgh Castle, Holyrood Palace, and the Royal Mile. In Edinburgh, visitors can also do many different things like visit museums and art galleries or go hiking in the nearby Scottish Highlands. Over 2/3 of Edinburgh is made up of parks and gardens. For people who like being outside, Edinburgh has over 70 parks and gardens to explore. Number 5. Glasgow. Glasgow, Scotland, has a long history that goes back to Roman times. It is full of beautiful buildings like castles and cathedrals. The city has many different kinds of buildings, such as Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque. Glasgow has many museums, art galleries, and theaters. It is a thriving cultural center. The city is also home to the University of Glasgow and the University of Strathclyde, both well-known schools. It also has several parks and gardens where you can walk or picnic. And of course, no trip to Glasgow would be complete without trying local food. From haggis to shortbread, there are many tasty Scottish dishes to try. Number 4. Belfast. Belfast is the capital and largest city of Northern Ireland. It is on the River Lagan and has many historic buildings and landmarks. The Belfast City Hall, the Ulster Museum, and the Titanic Belfast are some of the most popular places to visit in Belfast. Anyone who goes to Belfast must see the Titanic Belfast. This new museum tells the story of the ship that sank and how it was linked to the city. There are also many parks and gardens in the city and many great restaurants and bars you can't go wrong with Irish stew or soda bread if you want to try the area's food. Number 3. Norwich. Norwich is an old city in the UK that is known for its beautiful architecture and scenery. The city has a long history dating back to the 11th century. Its many museums and art galleries show off its culture. Norwich Cathedral, Norwich Castle, and Elm Hill are all historic buildings and landmarks in the city. Norwich also has several colleges and universities, which makes it a popular place for college students. Norwich is one of the most beautiful cities in the UK, and it's easy to see why. It has a friendly vibe and a lot to see and do. Number 2. London. London is hard to beat when it comes to big cities. The English capital is a busy city that has something for everyone. There are many things to do in London, from world-class museums and historical sites to delicious food and lively nightlife. The Tower of London is an excellent place to start if you want to learn about history. This old fortress was once a royal palace, a prison, and a place where people were put to death. It is now one of the most popular places for tourists to visit in the city. The Tate Modern is a must-see for anyone who likes art. This modern art museum has pieces by some of the most well-known artists in the world. If you want to go shopping, you should go to Oxford Street. There are shops on both sides of this busy street that sell everything from clothes and souvenirs to electronics and food. People are always walking, shopping, and eating on the streets. People line up along the street daily to walk through the city center. You can go to Regent's Park if you want to get some exercise. It is a big park in the middle of the city that people go to for sports and fun. London has many parks, but this one is the most popular. It is also close to a number of museums like the Natural History Museum and the Victoria and Albert Museum. Number 1. Oxford. The University of Oxford, which is in the city, is one of the oldest and best universities in the world. University buildings are all over the city, and some colleges are among the most beautiful in England. Even if you're not a student, you should visit the campus, walk around the grounds, and look at the old buildings with awe. The Oxford University Museum of Natural History is a must-see place in the city. The museum was started in 1683 and is one of the oldest in England. It is in the Radcliffe Quad. This museum has a lot of different things related to natural history. Oxford is known for its academic history, but it is also a trendy place to visit. People come from all over the world to see the city's old buildings, cute streets, and lively pubs. You can't go to Oxford without going to the famous Bodleian Library. Even if you're not a big reader, this library's grand architecture and beautiful rooms are sure to impress. With so much to see and do, it's easy to see why Oxford is one of the UK's most popular cities.